Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Anushka, aka The Aggressive Empath, and today we're going to be looking at the monthly reading for December 2025 for the sign of Aquarius. So, this reading is going to be in two parts. The first part talks about your general messages for the collective, what the universe is telling you, what's the universe's guidance for you. The second part of the reading looks specifically at your love life, who you're connecting with, what are their feelings, what are your feelings for them, the challenges, the advice, and finally your monthly outcome. So let's get into it. What do we have for Aquarius in the month of December 2025? We have the Knight of Cups that wanted to jump out. Someone's opening their heart to something with the Knight of Cups here. What else do we have for Aquarius this month? We have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. What else? We have the Queen of Wands, fire energy. We have the Two of Pentacles. And lastly, we have the Strength card, major arcana for Leo, your sister sign, and the Ace of Cups at the bottom. So, Aquarius, I think you are waiting and working towards something this month, something that is very close to your heart. Especially with the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups here, you are wanting to channel something that is very emotionally close to you and something that you feel creatively inspired by. Almost something that you romanticize in your life. But I do get, with the Pentacles here, this could be work related. This doesn't have to be a romantic setup because this is a general message. So, starting with the Knight of Cups. Why do we have the Knight of Cups for Aquarius this month? Knight of Cups. We have the Death card, major for Scorpio. So it's possible that you are ending a cycle or you ended a cycle back in Scorpio season and you are restarting with an open heart. Actually, let me get a little into that. Why the Death here with the King of Cups? Why the Death here with the Knight of Cups? We have the King of Pentacles. I think this is related to your finances, your stability. You might have been going through a bit of a rough patch with work. Maybe you've had to switch jobs, or maybe you've had to end projects and start over in a big way. And with the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, you are approaching this month with a lot more stability and emotional openness. You are going through a transition, but you're still staying hopeful. Yes, it's a painful change, but you're still being grounded and opening your heart. You're not being closed off. You're not being overly emotional either. Trying to take it one day at a time. The Seven of Pentacles tells me that you are, waiting on the result for something that you've already set in motion. This could be related to the Knight of Cups here. Something is already set in motion. And this month you're just waiting on getting the results. You've already planted the seeds and now you're just sitting back and watering the plant to see how quickly the fruit is going to be born. Why the Seven of Pentacles? We have the Nine of Wands and the Four of Wands at the bottom. I think you've been a little unsure about your choices lately and you're still a little on the fence this month. You're being patient though. You're being patient. You're not being hasty. And with the Four of Wands, I see that you are moving towards stability. You're not overdoing anything. You are protecting yourself from giving too much and doing too much. So that's why you're just, kind of okay with sitting on the fence and not doing a lot of things. It's fine. I will conserve my energy. I will wait for things to unfold the way that they do. That's what I'm getting. Next up, we have the Two of Pentacles. And this one is telling me that you are again reassessing something. Nine of Wands was telling me the same thing. So maybe you're trying to, weigh out whether this thing that you have set in motion is worth it or not. And will you be able to manage it? What about your other responsibilities? So on and so forth. So you're kind of juggling between things, going back and forth. Let's see why the Two of Pentacles is here. What is it talking about? We have the Fool and the Hanged Man. Okay. So, I feel like for some people, it is a decision between waiting or taking the leap of faith. Because the Fool here talks about taking the leap of faith, just trusting in the universe and just going for it. The Hanged Man, however, it talks about staying where you are, looking at things, just observing for now. Don't jump to any action. Don't jump to any conclusions, and just wait. Wait for a while. Look at other perspectives. Look at other options. So I think this is the decision that you are kind of trying to juggle between this month. Whether you should be taking the leap of faith, whether you should be impulsive, or whether you should be being cautious, being more on the fence. Yeah. With the Strength card here, though, I do feel like you are going inwards. You are looking at your strength. You're looking at the things that drive you, things that are close to your heart, because the Strength card is ruled by Leo, which rules the heart. So you are constantly checking in with your feelings and your how you feel deep down in your heart about this thing. Why the Strength card here? Why the Strength card? The Four of Cups and the Strength again. I think you are also coming into this month with a little bit of short-sightedness. That's why you're trying to, focus too much on what's there in front of you with this decision. That, should I be impulsive? Should I be cautious? And I do think that you need to be looking at the bigger picture here. Not be so withdrawn. Now, this could be for a very specific group of people. So I have one set of people here who are, like I said, weighing whether they should be impulsive, whether they should be cautious. That's what the Nine of Wands is also telling me. About the group that's being hesitant, or about the group that's choosing to be hesitant, or a little withdrawn with the Four of Cups, I think it's because you have a fear of failure, or you have a fear of things not working out the way you want, and then that could possibly break your heart. So I think that's why you're also being a little withdrawn. You're trying not to be very, very hopeful. You do feel that hope, but you're trying to suppress it. You're trying to tame it down. You're trying to tone it down. Like, no. I don't care about this as much as I think. I don't care about it at all, actually. But the Strength card here twice, it's actually telling me not to take it so personally. Even if you're disappointed right now, don't take it to heart. Believe in your inner strength. With the Queen of Wands being the heart of the reading here, I do feel like you are still wanting to lead this month with your confidence. Even though you're being a little emotionally back and forth on some things, you still want to charge with the same level of confidence, and that, being very headstrong, being very clear, being very just dedicated and passionate about this thing, because you do feel deeply about whatever you're bringing to life this month. So let's look at why the Queen of Wands here. Why the Queen of Wands for Aquarius this month? We have the Judgment. It's major for Scorpio. I do feel like you have learned a lot of lessons, maybe back in Scorpio season. And this month, you are coming in with a new sense of self-confidence. Even with the death here, something very, very crucial, something very karmic has happened back in Scorpio season, which was earlier, like in the previous month. And I do feel like you're now stepping in with a lot of clarity and with better judgment. And you're taking it forward with a new sense of fire, a new sense of passion. Let's look at the messages from the universe. What are the messages for the collective for Aquarius this month? Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Baby steps. That's what it's telling you. So maybe you don't need it all figured out right now. Follow your intuition. You don't need for things to fall into place and make sense to follow your intuition. Okay. What else do we have for Aquarius? What else do we have for Aquarius this month? Star family, you're a part of a team of souls. Call and support. Star family, the star is ruled by Aquarius. So I think it's also asking you to reach out to your close people, your soulmates, could be your friends, families, your cousins, siblings. It's going to be helpful if you call in support, especially when you feel stuck this month. So you're taking baby steps this month, but you still are moving forward. You are coming in with an open heart. You are doing something that's very, very close to you. So that's a good sign. So yeah, this was your monthly reading for the collective. This ends the general part of the reading, Aquarius. If this is where you want to stop and not continue to the love part, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this resonates with you. I hope you have a great month ahead. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next one. Now moving on to the love part of the reading for the month of December 2025. Let's look at who is connecting with Aquarius this month. What are their feelings towards them? What intentions are they coming in with? So, who is Aquarius connecting with this month, and what are their feelings towards them? How does this person feel about Aquarius? We have the Nine of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles wanted to jump out. This is Earth energy. How does Aquarius feel about this person? How does Aquarius feel about this person? We have the Empress. This is Venus energy, Taurus, Libra. What is your biggest challenge in love this month? What is the biggest blockage or challenge in love this month, Aquarius? We have the Knight of Swords, air energy. What is your monthly advice? Your monthly advice for your love life. We have the Sun. This is Leo. And your overall monthly outcome for your love life. We have the Ace of Cups. That's nice. And we have the Justice at the bottom. So the Nine of Pentacles as feelings, it talks about someone having admiration and respect towards you. They look at you, they admire you, they really like the way you live your life, the way you're so independent, the way you work, manage your daily routine, your other responsibilities. And this is a person who sees you for the value that you do or you could probably add to their life. Not in a selfish way. Not in a selfish way. This is someone who is admiring you, someone who's being respectful of you, someone who looks at you and is like, wow, I mean, look at Aquarius, how well they manage their life. With the Empress being your feelings though, I think this is an extension of what this person already feels towards you. Because you also look at this person from a sense of security, from a sense of comfort, from a sense of value. You look at this person and you see the value that they add to your life. You could possibly imagine the two of you expanding your life. So the two of you are looking at each other with very strong, nurturing energy. Very respectful, very aligned, and very grounded and balanced. Both of you are showing up with strong intentions. Maybe not strong feelings yet, I'll clarify that, but a strong intent to build something and a lot of mutual respect, admiration, and attraction. I think both of you look at each other and really admire the person for how they look, for how they act, and for the way they live their life in general. But let's clarify this person's feelings, both of your feelings actually. Why this person is showing up with the Nine of Pentacles as their feelings towards Aquarius. Why the Nine of Pentacles? We have the Fool. So this month, Aquarius, I see someone being very, in awe of the way you live your life. And in extension of that admiration, they're willing to take some sort of shot or some sort of chance with you. I think they really admire the way you live your life and the value that you add. And this month, they're willing to take some sort of leap of faith with you. So they could be coming in with a proposition, because I also have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom here. So the Fool is someone who doesn't, carry a lot of burden. So this person could be coming in with a lot of carefree, open energy, and just in a very free way, they could be asking you out or coming to you with a proposition, because the pages are also messengers. So they could be coming to you with a gift or maybe a long-term proposition. So they could be asking you out. Let's look at why you have the Empress as your feelings though, Aquarius. Why do we have the Empress as Aquarius's feelings for this person? We have the Eight of Pentacles. There's a lot of earth energy here. I mean, I'm getting repeated earth energy, which is very unlike you because you're an air sign. I think you've been waiting to expand things with this person. I think you've been also managing a lot of other aspects of your life, especially your home life and your work life as well. But even while you've been caught up with other responsibilities, you've still been patient to see how this person shows up and how, in fact, the two of you can show up for each other. But with the Knight of Swords as your blockage this month, I do see there are some sort of harsh judgments or harsh conclusions that you both could be jumping to. I'm not sure if this is you or if this is them. I will clarify this. But the Knight of Swords is usually someone who just charges headfirst with their clarity of thought, with their clarity of intention, with their communication, with their words. But in a blockage sense, this could usually backfire. This could be speaking or saying things that are way out of line, or saying too much, even when it's not required, or being very harsh with your judgment or with your words. That's what the Knight of Swords in the challenge position usually talks about. Look at why the Knight of Swords is here as your blockage. Why the Knight of Swords as the blockage here for Aquarius and this person? We have the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Wands at the bottom. So it's possible that one of you could be feeling backed into a corner. Someone who was initially showing up very confident and very nurturing towards this relationship, or you both, like, the connection that you both share. I think now there's a lot of defending this choice or defending your confidence with respect to this relationship. And I think it's because of the way things have been communicated or will be communicated throughout this month. See, I have the Knight of Swords again. So there is definite back and forth in terms of the choice of words. I think someone is being very quick to judge, quick to just, blurt out certain things that they know in their better judgment that they shouldn't be saying. And especially with the Ace of Cups and the Sun here, I do see you moving forward with clarity and positivity. But this particular setup, like especially when you are feeling triggered or especially when you feel backed into a corner, not just with this relationship but other things in your life, and when you start taking it out on each other, this is going to take a huge hit on your individual confidence, yes, as well as the way you show up for each other. Because the Seven of Wands also talks about defending something that's close to you. So it's quite like us versus the world thing. But right now, that's not going to happen with the Seven of Wands being in the challenged position here. So you might need to show up for each other in louder, clearer ways this month. And especially with the Sun as your advice, that's what it's telling me, to look at each other with warmth, not harshness. It's also asking you to celebrate each other. It's asking you to be loving and warm and the way that the sun shines everything that it touches. So I think that's the kind of energy that you need to be showing up with for each other, with the Sun being your monthly advice. Let's look at your monthly advice a bit more. Why the Sun? Why the Sun as the monthly advice? The Three of Cups. See, this is again asking you to take it back a notch, maybe, because things could be moving a little too fast this month. Because you both come in with grounded energy in terms of your feelings, but still there's a possibility that because you both expect things to go smoothly and in a stable way, it is possible that even if a little bit goes out of your estimated plan, you could be losing your mind. You could be spiraling into, a conflict or an argument because that's not something that you expected. It's not something that's wrong. It's just something different possibly. Because earth signs and earth energy can be a little set in its ways. So when the challenge shows up in the fire signs, in the air signs, maybe the movement or the pace of the movement could be something that's overwhelming you a little. And your advice this month is just to chill out. Just be happy with each other, go out with each other, go partying, go have a drink, meet each other's friends, and just, find your happiness in a low pressure setup. And with the Ace of Cups being your overall monthly outcome, and with the Justice card here, I do feel like it's about coming halfway. It's about starting something with good intentions and not leaving it at a fresh start. If you want it to sustain, you do need to keep meeting each other halfway with the Justice card, because this talks about karmic balance. And if only one person is ready, or if only one person is taking up the responsibility, or acting in a way that, yes, I do want to see this going forward. If it's one-sided, it's not going to work, and that's why you're going to have conflicts and arguments and just a clash of energy this month. These are the certain spaces where I could see you both having some friction, some tension. But with the Ace of Cups here, I'm not really worried about how this month ends for you. Because the Ace of Cups talks about a new start, a new beginning, something that comes from the heart, something that, could be either a new start in a relationship or just a new direction to your existing one, if you already have a partner. But if you're single and if you've been talking to someone, this is definitely a good sign for you to start something romantically. Let's look at why the Ace of Cups is here as your monthly outcome in your love life. Why the Ace of Cups? We have the Ten of Cups that wanted to jump out. See? So this month you are going to be a little driven by anxiety, a little driven by, the fact that you're getting a little overwhelmed when things start moving. But by the end of it, there's no doubt about how happy you are going to be with this person. I'm not even going to say how happy you could be, because a lot of cups here, a lot of happiness, a lot of warmth. We literally have the sun here. This might not be a very easy transition or as easy as you expected, but this is something that's good for you. This is something that's going to bring you a lot of happiness, a lot of just love and romance into your life, which is amazing. And for now, your advice is just to chill out and take it easy and just have fun with this person. Go out, get to know each other better, spend some more time, and just bring warmth into each other's lives. That's what it's telling. Let's look at any other messages from the universe. Do we have any other messages from the universe for Aquarius in their love life? We have deep cellular healing, physical and emotional healing. So some of you could be healing in terms of your past fears, your past anxiety, something that could be making you overwhelmed about this situation here. Then we have Pulse of the Mother, slow down, time in nature. Yeah. For some of you, this could be moving a little fast or at a pace that you're not exactly comfortable with. So the only thing that you need to do right now is probably slow down. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay, take it easy. Slow down, calm down, start over. Maybe spend some time in nature. That might help. And yeah, everything is about timing at the end of the day. So just keep meeting each other halfway, and I think most of your problems are gone at that point. So Aquarius, this was your love reading for the month of December 2025. I hope this resonates with you. I hope you have a great month ahead. If you want to book a private reading with me, I will leave all the details in the description box. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Energy exchange is very real, guys. And I will see you in the next one.